Well, hey there. It's time for page 23, Strictly Strings. Are you ready? We're going to learn some pretty great stuff. One of the things you're going to learn is using that fourth finger.
Oh, really?
That's right.
But we're cellists, we already do.
Well, cello's even a bonus round for you. Not only are you going to use your fourth finger in first position, you're going to learn to shift from one position to the other. You excited?
I am.
I thought so. Most kids are. You also get to learn what the word interval means and dynamic and left-hand pizzicato. A lot of fun stuff on page 23. Let's get started. You ready? You might call this a violin. Me too. If you look on number 1 on page 23, what do you see?
Lots of plus signs.
That's right, lots of plus signs. That symbol means to pluck with your left hand. Now, we don't do this very much. However, it is something to help strengthen the shape of your hand and get you used to moving around the instrument with the left hand in a slightly different way. So when you're practicing on page 23, number 1, that plus sign means what?
Pizzicato with the left hand pinky.
There you go. Nice job. Let's see what that sounds like. Are you ready? Page 23, number 1. Ready, set, go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Done. Really, it's just coordinating your left hand with the string in a way that's less familiar for you. So let's go ahead and start looking at the next one, because number 2, that's where all the big stuff is. Are you ready? So for number 2, you have the notes that you know and love. D, E, F sharp, and G. But then in the second measure, you have the number 4 on top of the note A. Now that means use the fourth finger to play the note A. Take a look at my hand. You'll notice my fourth finger is straight down on the instrument. If your finger looks like that, couple of problems. One, you're always going to be out of tune and your sound's not going to be quite as good. So roll those fingers to the tip of the finger and make sure that your wrist is open and allows you to get around the instrument. If that wrist collapse, it's pretty tough. If the elbow's pointing in the wrong direction, it's pretty tough. If your violin is too far up or too far down, it can be really hard to find the right place for that pinky. Now what you see also in measure 2 is a dashed line to the number 0 and then a dashed line to the number 4. That's because they want you to practice this. Fourth finger A and then playing open A. Why do you think that's an important scale?
Well, let's see. If you can put your pinky down, that means that if you can also play your open string, I don't know.
Well, what it means is, if you're able to play your open A string while your pinky is down, you've got a really great hand shape. Also, as an added bonus, you can hear if they sound the same, meaning that your fourth finger A is in tune.
Oh, that's pretty great.
I think so. But that's not what it is for everybody. Violins and violas, sure, that's what you're doing. But let's go ahead and just take out our cellos here. For cello, when you play fourth finger G, D, E, F sharp, G, what you have to do to play fourth finger A is instead of having your pinky on G, you're gonna shift and put your second finger on G. Now just relax your hand, make sure it still has the elbow up, that the thumb is still with the second finger, and if you put your pinky down, bing, you are now on fourth finger A. I know. Let's look at that again. D, E, F sharp, G. Put your second finger where your fourth finger is, second finger G. Your thumb went along for the ride. Now just relax that hand and your fourth finger will fall on fourth finger A. Now just like the violins and the violas, make sure that hand is up and around the instrument so that you can play your open A at the same time as your fourth finger A. Pretty big kid stuff. Nice job. Now basses. Your instrument, of course, is so massive that everything's a little bit different. You have D, E, F sharp, and then instead of going to open G, well, G is right next to F sharp. So you're gonna shift and put your first finger on G. Now, if your teacher is using stripes, that's usually your third stripe. You have a first finger stripe, a fourth finger F sharp stripe, and then you shift for your G third finger stripe. Now, when you put your first finger there, it's gonna sound just like your open G. How nice, they'll match. You can practice tuning your ear to your hand. Well, add one more finger and you've got yourself, bing, fourth finger A. So for basses, we have open D, E, fourth finger F sharp, shift to first finger G, and then drop that pinky on fourth finger A. Ow! Yeah, it's a lot of work if you're a bass player. Nice job. Let's take a look at number 2, page 23. I'll play it with you. 1, 2, ready, go. D, E, F sharp, G, A, open A, fourth finger A, G, fourth finger A, open A, fourth finger A. 1, 2, 3, left-handed pizzicato. Ready and D. And that's it for number 2. You might want to pause the video and review some of those ideas, especially making sure that your hand is round and that pinky is straight down on the instrument so you can still play your open string. But if you feel like you've mastered it, well, then you're an impressive young human, because if this is your first time doing fourth finger A, it might just take you a little while to get that comfortable in your hand. Looking ahead to page 23, number 3, we're going to do some of the same ideas, but this time we just add lifts and some skips. They put this exercise in here to help you with note reading, to make sure, okay, I can do this, one note after the other. Can I jump around? They want you to be able to see the note ahead and make sure that your hand is predicting where that note is. So let's go ahead and play page 23, number 3. Ready, and go. And D, D, F sharp. First finger E, jump up to G. And what I failed to do was I stared at the camera, so I didn't play any of the rhythms. I was just going by the notes that I saw quickly. Let's try it again, shall we?
You made a mistake.
That's right, kids. This is unedited. It's for you. When you learn, you're going to make mistakes. And that's okay. Say to yourself, well, that's interesting. And try again. Here we go. Number 3. D, F sharp, D. 1, 2, 3, and first finger E. Lift to F sharp. Two, 3, 4. 2, 3, lift. What I love about this book is that there was nothing new to learn in there. It was just adding the element of skipping notes and lifts while also repeating the new concept of fourth finger A. Great book. Look at number 4 and say the word interval.
Interval.
Well done. That's the distance between two notes. If the notes are right next to each other, it's a second. So if you have open D and then first finger E, well, that's a major second apart.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Then, if you go from D to F sharp, well, that's 1, 2, that's 3 notes away. So that's going to be a third.
Uh-huh. So are you saying if it's 4 notes away, it's a fourth?
I am. D, E, F sharp, G. That's a fourth. Huh. What do you think a fifth is?
A.
Also Canada's favorite letter. D, E, F sharp, G, A. You did it. What about a sixth?
First finger B.
Yep. D, E, F sharp, G, A, B. 6 notes away, therefore the interval is a sixth. A seventh. D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C sharp. A seventh away. And then an octave is when it's the same note, but an octave either higher or lower. 8 notes away. Oct, O-C-T, like octagon, an 8-sided object. All right, let's take a look at number 4, where you get to play intervals. 1, 2, number 4. D, E. D, up a third to F sharp. D, up a fourth to G. D, up a fifth to A. D, up a sixth to B. D, up a seventh to C sharp. D, up an octave to high D. 2, 3, Intervals, the distance between notes. As your ear gets comfortable hearing those distances, it helps us memorize music and get our hand to predict what's about to happen. Because if you can hear the music before you have to play it, it's much quicker to get your body to learn how to play it. You ready for number 5?
Oh yeah!
Still falling down after all these years. This is London Bridge. Now for this one, we're gonna do what we do in all these videos. We'll say the note names, we'll clap the rhythms, and then I'll play it on the piano. You ready? So first step, let's just make sure we know the note names.
All right.
Here we go. 2, ready, and A, B, A, G, F sharp, G, A, E, F sharp, G, F sharp, G, A, B, A, G, F sharp.